Angel come through as pure gold.
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys out the mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on Rap a Lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's where Rap a Lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my grand.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Locke. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Here's Locke to throw. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it. On 2nd down, it's Williams. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this.
Offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say that this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. This is caught. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
For as much as we extol his route running and him as a pass catcher, he might be better with the ball in his hands. He did not want to go down there until he found the end zone. And while he didn't quite get there, he and his guys are set up near the goal line now. First and goal.
Locke's going to sneak it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Broncos will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The return man, Ty Johnson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On 2nd and inches, Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Locke. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy, 30 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Returning it, Johnson. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Wilson's throw here into the hands of Moore. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and we see this so often. There's excellent coverage downfield, so the quarterback makes a nice decision. Just flip it out to the flat and see what the running back can do. plenty of space to roam, and he turns it into a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A couple extra tight ends are in. 3rd and goal from the 1. Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Zach Wilson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. Extra point up and through. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They give it to Williams, running right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Fighting through at the 25. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 23-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Judy. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Block off of play action. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Now Wilson. Open man is Denzel Mims. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Von Miller, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And that is caught. It's Davis. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis, 55 yards. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. The extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. K.J. Hamler returning it. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle. And when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. On play action, Locke. Now he'll escape to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Locke will try again on 2nd down.
That's out to the flat for Gordon.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And the grab by Croft. And he's out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He's going to look deep for Moore. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Open man. He completes it to Judy. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Shotgun snap to Locke. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. It's a loss of 3 on what should be the final play of the first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup, as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Johnson now returning. And able to get this out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Short throw hauled in by Croft. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On 1st down, Wilson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. A give, Carter running right. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Play action. Now it's Locke. This will be caught. Judy. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now Locke going to run a little touch pass here to his wideout. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
Locke's throw there, complete to Hamler.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Locke going to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
1st and 10. It's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
After the sack on 1st down, Wilson
out to the flat here for Johnson.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Locke.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted.
He's picked off at his own 47, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Johnson on the counter. Open space inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ty Johnson, 24 yards.
And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They look to throw. It's Locke. Eluding the pressure right.
They'll fire one downfield for Finn.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
And he will be out of bounds. So, partner, that means we got some free football. We're headed to overtime.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season. coming up right now here, 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 61 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Block off of play action. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Locke. Flush to his right. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Locke working out of the gun. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Into the red zone, it's Locke. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now Locke going to run a little touch pass here to his wideout. And he stopped immediately there. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Locke again. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
And McManus able to put it through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
Wilson to throw. And that's complete to Croft. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. So a great throw right there. And what a regular season this rookie had, piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in him as you profess. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no brakes. Let it rip.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. Here's Griffin on the catch. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the third sack of the game for them.
And around the sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to... And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. A try here for the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Moore now to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do...
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball.